Could Taiwan be the new Franz Ferdinand for a possible world war? The undeserved and tragic assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary and his wife might alone be reason enough to remember them. However, the reason the world knows Franz Ferdinand's name isn't merely their personal tragedy. It is the monumental event their deaths triggered, the outbreak of World War I. Whether it's a simple brush fire or a galactic-scale fusion reaction, catastrophes often stem from a small spark, an event that could almost be dismissed as trivial. These sparks escalate, growing exponentially and consuming everything around them. The assassination in Bosnia was such a spark for World War I. Let's look at the sequence of events. Austria-Hungary issued an ultimatum to Serbia and subsequently declared war. Russia, Serbia's guarantor, declared war on Austria-Hungary. Germany, Austria, Hungary's de facto guarantor, declared war on Russia. France, Russia's de facto ally, declared war on Germany. In response to Germany's invasion of France, Britain declared war on Germany. From there, the dominoes fell, involving more nations and birthing the modern world we live in today. Did all of this happen just because someone was assassinated? Of course not. The tensions of colonial rivalries, technological competition, population shifts, social and ideological changes, and much more had stretched the world taut like a bowstring. The assassination merely gave war-hungry governments the excuse they were waiting for. History repeats itself. Today, we are witnessing a similarly strained global political climate. Just as the revolutionary movements of 1848 strained Europe, the information revolution of today has destabilized the world. Alliances are forming, rivalries are deepening, and tensions are rising. At the close of 2023, the world is increasingly divided between Eurasian and Atlantic blocs, pulling in opposite directions. Just as World War I began with an incident in Bosnia, positioned between two great powers, a new global war could similarly be ignited in a flashpoint between today's rival blocs. That flashpoint is likely to be Taiwan. Taiwan in 2023 bears a striking resemblance to Bosnia in 1914. Both are regions divided by ideology, but united in ethnicity. Both have guarantors and adversaries. Both are, in many ways, pawns in the chessboard of global powers, overlooked until they spark something far greater. The key difference lies not in the regions, but in the people and times. While the 1914 world was marked by ignorance, inexperience, and naivety, the 21st century boasts neither wisdom, maturity, nor foresight. Despite the marvels of the information age, the 2000s can only be described as an era of idiocracy. The average person today is no more informed, cultured, or empathetic than their 1914 counterpart. In this context, there's little to prevent a new global war. On the contrary, we now have more powerful weapons, larger and more disillusioned populations, and scarcer resources, making the situation far more perilous. Thankfully, or perhaps tragically, we may not need to choose between mourning Taiwan or trying to understand the next war. If conflict erupts, there may be no one left to grieve for Taiwan, or even for Franz Ferdinand. And if there's no one left to mourn, there may be no one left to tell a tragic story.